Have you ever wanted to set up smart smoke detectors in your home, but you didn't want to do it because you'd have to replace every smoke detector with an expensive smart detector? I want to show you an easy way to make your existing dumb system into something smart that will send you notifications, emails, or text when it alarms, and it'll cost you under $50. This does require that you have a 21st century wiring system for your existing smoke detectors. You can test that you have that by simply holding down the test button on one of your detectors and they'll all go off. If just that one detector goes off, sorry, this won't work for you. Also, this setup works only for wired smoke detectors, not a battery-only system. Let's look at the components used in this system. I'll leave a list with purchase links in the video description. First, you're going to need a relay module. I recommend the Kitty SM120X relay. It's pretty inexpensive and it'll work with most smoke detectors. A Yolink hub and water sensor. That's right, you need a water sensor for a smoke alarm. I'll explain more later. Here are the tools that you'll need. A soldering iron and solder. Don't worry, there's just a little bit of soldering to do. It's very simple. A drill or dremel for cutting small holes in the side of the water sensor. A small Phillips screwdriver. A small hobby knife. Small needle nose pliers. Please follow these instructions at your own risk. You will be working with electricity, which can be unsafe, and I'm not liable for any damage from fire, smoke, or any other destruction caused. Let's take a look at how this system will be wired up. But first, let's look at a typical wiring. Your smoke detector system should have 3 wires connecting all the detectors besides the ground wire. White for neutral, black for hot, and the red wire is normally off. But when one detector goes off, a special 9 DC volts is sent on this wire, causing all the detectors to go off. This way, if your smoke detector goes off in the basement while you're sleeping, you will also hear the alarm at your bedroom detector. We'll add a relay into the system. When the relay detects the signal voltage, it acts as a remote switch, closing a circuit. This will connect into 2 contacts on the smart water sensor. This sensor uses batteries and consumes very little power. The sensor normally alerts when water bridges the 2 metal posts, but we're going to use the relay to close the circuit on the sensor to trigger it. The sensor sends a wireless message to the hub, which is wired or wireless and connects to your router. The router talks over the internet to the Yolink server, sending out notifications, emails, or text. Of course, you could probably use another provider besides Yolink if you wanted. I used Yolink because it's relatively inexpensive and it offers lots of different sensors. It doesn't require a subscription to use it. Yolink also offers a smart smoke and CO detector, but you'd have to buy one to replace every smoke detector you have. At $100 each, at say maybe 10 smoke detectors in your house, that's $1,000. It really adds up. In case you're wondering, here's what the wiring colors on the relay mean. Pause the video if you want to study it. We'll only be using the blue and orange wires to connect the sensor, which are the common and normally open contacts respectively. If you remember, in the diagram, the switch is normally open. Now the black, white, and red wires will be wired into the electrical box with the smoke detector. We won't need to use the remaining yellow and gray wires, but they do have a purpose. Let me know in the comments if you want more of an explanation on that. If you read the Amazon comments about the relay, it seems that it's pretty universally compatible with smoke detector systems, but you could always buy a different relay for your brand detector if this one doesn't work for you. My bet is that this one will work for 95% of the detectors out there. So let's do this. First, we'll connect the relay to the water sensor. Open up the sensor by prying up the 4 rubber feet with a small hobby knife. Then use a small Phillips screwdriver to remove the 4 screws underneath. Remove the 2 AAA batteries inside. Make a little hook shape on the blue and orange relay wires, then slide them over the 2 sensor posts inside. Add some solder around them to help keep them in place. Then use a marker to mark the location where the wires can exit close to the seam. Use your drill or dremel to make the holes for the wires. Replace the batteries, close the cover, then replace the screws and rubber feet. Now we're going to connect the relay to the smoke detector wires. First, turn off the power to the breaker that has the smoke detector circuit. I took one of my smoke detectors off the ceiling to more easily show how to do the hookup, but yours will probably just unscrew and drop down. You'll want to pull the black, white, and red wires down for easy access. Remove the wire nut from the black wires, then wrap the black relay wire around the black wires. Then reattach the wire nut. Repeat the same procedure for the white and red wires. All the white wires go together and the red wires go together. Take a look at this wiring diagram if you need to. Note it's possible your signal wire could be a different color than red. Feel free to check more than one smoke detector wire. I decided to cover all 3 sets of metal nubs on the sensor with some electrical tape, just so no wires accidentally make contact and trigger a false alarm. Turn your breaker back on. You can leave everything hanging out for now while you test things, but afterwards you can turn off your breaker again, stuff your wiring, the relay and sensor up into the box, then turn the breaker back on. The hard part is done. Now you need to set up the app and test that the sensor is working. Connect the Yolink hub to a free Ethernet port on your network and plug the power into the hub. On the hub you'll notice the green light is blinking and the blue light is solid. Download the Yolink app, register for a free Yolink account. Next you need to add the hub using the app. Just click on the barcode reader in the upper right, scan the barcode on the back of the hub, and follow the on-screen instructions to add the hub. Make sure the app shows the hub is connected, then we can proceed with adding the water sensor. Same process as before, but first you want to press the setup button on the bottom of the sensor, then click the barcode reader in the upper right of the app, scan the barcode on the back of the sensor, and follow the on-screen instructions to add the sensor. I chose to rename mine to Smoke Detector Sensor so the alerts will make more sense. I'm not going into a full app tutorial, but one area in the settings that you'll want to check out is the alarm strategies. By default, your new sensor will use the default alarm strategy. You can change if you want to receive notifications, emails, and text here. You can also trigger other actions if you like. Yolink recommends you create a custom alarm strategy for devices like water sensors. Now let's test to see if everything works. Hold down the test button on your smoke detector. You should get a notification on your phone that there was an alert, and the red light should light briefly on the sensor. It's a good idea to test each smoke detector separately, just to make sure that they're all interconnected. Congratulations, you now have a smart smoke detector system. Please be aware that the interconnect does not work if your power is out. Furthermore, your router and Wi-Fi are probably down anyway. So what do you think? Is there anything that you do differently? Please leave your comments and suggestions below. If you like the video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. If you want to see more interesting videos like this, don't forget to subscribe.